In a previous video, I talked about personal task management. That's through the Microsoft To-Do app. But what if you've got a team or you've got a particular project you want to work on to get stuff done? Now, Microsoft 365 has an app just for that. You don't have to go out elsewhere. You can just start using what's in the box. It's called Soft Planner. Guess what it's for? It's for planning stuff. The cool thing that I love about Planner is it's integrated with the rest of the environment. You can add different planner boards against each team. One of the real cool advantages of doing that is that if you've got 5 team members already in a team, you add a planner board, all 5 members immediately get access. And you can start working on things together. It makes it super, super simple. As a team, one of the core things you're going to want to do is coordinate. Seems logical, right? So let's jump in and have a quick look. So this is your planner hub. It's at tasks.office.com, but as everything, you can find it hidden away here in the waffle. It's not, there it is there, planner, off you go. There's an app for this on your mobile device. There isn't an app for your Windows PC yet anyway. But because this is a web page, it's easy to get to. Right. So let's sort of go break down what we've got. So at the moment, I've got my dashboard. This dashboard has all the different planner boards that we've created for all the different teams that we're working. I'm going to jump into content creation. We're creating a bunch of presentations and other activities. We're redoing a website and such like. So we're trying to capture these ideas here. Now, a planner board is based on agile methodology using a Kanban board. Fancy words for what people used to do previously is they'd have a whiteboard or a wall in a room, and they'd get lost at post-it notes and stick it into these different columns, these different buckets of ideas. And how they would generally work is they'd write something down on the little post-it note, they'd stick it up in the ideas column, and then over time they'd work out who needs what. They might change the color of the post-it note to signify priorities, etc. But generally speaking, it's moving these post-it notes around on the wall and done. How this idea came about. Now, you've probably seen this sort of concept in a variety of other apps. There's hundreds of them that do the same thing. The idea is that you just move stuff around between section and section. And it's just literally drag and drop and off. One of the cool things I love within Planner is that you can easily identify who's been assigned what by clicking on user profile, and you can flick between someone else, nice and easy. The other thing that can happen is that if there was any changes, it would highlight between this visit and your previous visit, it would highlight which cards, each one of these things is called a card, has changed, right? It will say that 4 things have changed. It's pretty darn cool. You can never miss anything. We've got lots of other different boards as well. If you'd rather have a look at a list, well, we go into grid view. And this is just like an Excel spreadsheet. You can make changes directly in here. You can assign people directly in here, etc., etc. Now, in a previous video, I showed a Microsoft To-Do app where you could actually see my assigned to me list. Every time something is assigned here, it goes into that list. There's a slight delay of about 30 seconds, but it will appear there soon enough. Now we can create tasks as simply as, just like in Planner, we just, in To-Do, we just type away, we have our items. I'm going to just go into this test one and we'll have a look at what the cards look like. So we can tick them off, we can rename it, we can assign it to people, we've got our labels, each one of these is color-coded. It is specific to the board, so there is no commonality there. We can change which bucket it happens to be in, we can create more buckets, wish, progress, priority, start dates, due dates, and whether or not it repeats. You can put in notes, we can do checklists associated with that, and there's also attachments and even links. For example, you can really good idea if you've got a document you're working on, don't put it in here as an attachment, stick it in as a link to a folder location inside of SharePoint, ideally in the same team where this planner board is posted. We've also got comments so that people can comment on that item. Assignments do allow for multiple users to be assigned. However, from experience, I'd recommend only putting one name on there. The reason for that is it avoids this sort of situation. It's his fault or her fault, their fault, rather than taking responsibility. One owner, one person responsible, buck stops with them. But you might have specific reasons why you assign. Cool. The next thing we've got is charts, so we can actually see how things have been assigned. We've got our list down the side, and we can see the breakdown. So it's a quick visualization report of what's going on. We've also got a calendar view, so we can actually see things that's scheduled, and we can actually move things around here, and it's actually going to update those things as we go. See, it changes color depending on whether it's in progress, whether it's completed, etc., or it's overdue, it goes red, right? But this changes the dates dynamically as well. The other thing that we've got back here that I didn't show in the board is we can group by different things. So all those attributes I showed previously can be grouped by. So we can group by who it's been assigned to. Nice and easy. Which ones are mine? I can get a list of this. We can go for progress, and we can actually move things around and say, actually, this one here is in progress, so I can change that, and immediately we see that it's being in progress. We can have a look at due dates. We can say, here's late, ones without assigned dates. It's going to show stuff that's available for day, tomorrow, etc. It's going to break it up into relative dates. You've got labels assigned, same thing. It'll break those things up. So that's where labels start to become really useful. For example, you might be designing some software, front end, back end, UI, maybe authentication as labels. So you can actually work out what part of the system you're working on. And also, of course, priority. We can move things around on priority in a similar sort of fashion. And it's all dynamic, it's all live. You can actually be working on this with multiple people at the same time in different browsers, different regions around the world, and it's going to be almost in real time. Go back to the buckets. That really is Planner. You can easily get this stuff done. It's really super fast for assigning tasks and ideating and coming up with ideas and keeping track of what needs to happen. Another neat little trick is if we can export this to Excel, we can also copy the plan. By copying the plan, what we can do is we can create a template plan that we just copy around for each of our new projects. So for every new project we start up, we might have a standard way that we go and deliver it. So we create a basic template plan, we copy it, and we start from there. Super simple, super fast, and you can get stuff done. The other thing you can do is you can add this plan into your calendar. So it overlays or can overlay to your actual Outlook calendar, and you can see when you can get things done. Really helpful when you're trying to say, no, I can commit to getting that done by Friday. You look at your calendar, it's completely smashed. You've got no gaps, and you go, actually, let's make that Friday next week. Right? You can also, like most things here, we can give it a little bit more personality. Change the content name, and we can also specify notification. It will automatically send you an email to notify you that you're running tasks, right? So you don't have to worry about all that automations. It's in the box already. So do yourself a favor. Go and start using Planner today. Whether you're a solopreneur or you're part of a larger team, Planner is really going to help you get an understanding and get those ideas out of your head and then start getting stuff done. It connects with To Do, your personal task manager, but being a plan and a planner board, it allows you to share this stuff with a wider audience and a wider team. Really, really important. So, go and check out Planner. It's in the box. Get this stuff start doing stuff.